see a lot of leather checking in there. Delorme goes down for the 9th time in his career.
Spence, Ugas, Porter, Crawford, Keith Thurman. Y'all know I'm coming. Philly in that building.
Despite Crowley pulling out of the fight, Eddie Hearn was quick to find a strong opponent for Jaron Ennis, and that is David Avanesyan, the Russian powerhouse. This lights up the possibilities for a KO ending, making everyone more excited. Before we take a look, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on. Jaron Boots Ennis will be defending his IBF welterweight title against David Avanesyan at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia on July 13th. This venue is also home to the Philadelphia 76ers. Ennis, a 26-year-old boxer from Philadelphia with a record of 31 wins, 28 by knockout, and no losses, was originally supposed to fight Cody Crowley for his first title defense. However, Crowley had to pull out due to eye problems. Avanesyan, a 35-year-old boxer from the UK with a record of 30 wins, 18 by knockout, 4 losses, and 1 draw, will replace Crowley. Avanesyan is known for losing to Terence Crawford in December 2022. Despite this change, Eddie Hearn is positive about the matchup. Hearn sees this as a challenging fight for Ennis, which is what they wanted. He appreciates Avanesyan stepping in, acknowledging his reputation as a tough, relentless fighter. This will be Ennis' first fight under Matchroom Boxing in 2024. Ennis has faced criticism for being inactive, having only fought twice in 2023. His last fight was in July, when he defeated Royman Villa. Hearn, who also promotes Cuban boxer Andy Cruz, praises Ennis as one of the best fighters in the sport. Hearn is surprised and disappointed that Ennis has not had a major fight in his hometown of Philadelphia, a city with a rich boxing history featuring legends like Joe Frazier and Bernard Hopkins. He believes it's natural for Ennis to fight in such a knowledgeable fight city and expects Ennis to impress the local fans. Ennis, at 26, is eager for his homecoming fight at the Wells Fargo Center in Philly, the city's largest arena. He's determined to impress his hometown crowd and retain his IBF world title with a dominant performance. Looking ahead, if Eddie Hearn's strategy unfolds as planned, Jaron Boots Ennis might face opponents like Mario Barrios, Aimantas Stanionis, Cody Crowley, and Giovanni Santillan in the next few years. However, some view Barrios as a paper champion, which could lessen the impact of that matchup. Given this, moving up a weight class might be a smarter move for Ennis. Instead of spending years trying to unify the welterweight title in a division where the champions aren't highly recognized, he could consider competing at 154 pounds. Ennis should aim to challenge top-tier opponents across multiple weight classes, including 147, 154, and even 160 pounds. Fighting lesser-known champions like Barrios and Stanionis at welterweight might not significantly enhance his earnings or fan base. The welterweight division seems stagnant and lacks the excitement and recognition it once had. Ennis could potentially find more lucrative opportunities and greater recognition by exploring other weight classes. Previously, Ennis was offered a fight against Terence Crawford twice but declined. Looking at the IBF rankings, it's surprising to see the top 2 spots empty, with Crowley holding the 3rd position. There's been a long-standing suggestion to have sanctioning bodies rank champions from other organizations. This way, Crawford could be ranked first in the IBF, and Ennis could hold the top spot in the WBA, WBC, and WBO rankings. This arrangement would likely lead to mandatory title defenses between champions. Despite these efforts, it seems likely that the much-anticipated fight between Ennis and Crawford will happen. And now Boots will face a fighter who lost to Crawford. Ennis boasts an undefeated record of 31 wins, but critics argue that his resume lacks notable names. His best victory came against a fighter who won a title against a less formidable opponent and then lost it in the first defense. This sets the stage for potential surprises in upcoming fights. Number 5. Jaron Ennis vs Royman Villa. Ennis started strong, controlling the early rounds with his jabs. By the middle rounds, he was landing powerful punches that wore down Villa. After a few close rounds from the 3rd to the 5th, Ennis staggered Villa badly in the 6th round with an overhand right. Although Villa, who is highly ranked in the welterweight division, managed to keep throwing punches and survive the round, he seemed to lose some of his early power after that blow. Ennis methodically broke him down, knowing that his patient approach would eventually lead to a decisive moment. By the 7th and 8th round, Ennis was relentlessly hitting Villa, causing significant damage and drawing blood. The ringside doctor closely monitored Villa after these rounds, but Villa pressed on, hoping to turn the fight around. However, Ennis finished the fight decisively early in the 10th round with a powerful 1-2 combination that sent Villa to the mat, prompting the referee to stop the bout. Ennis dominated the fight's statistics, landing far more powerful shots than Villa. Number 4. Jaron Ennis vs Karen Chukhadzhian. In the ring, Ennis faced Ukraine's Chukhadzhian, who employed elusive footwork and countered effectively, making it difficult for Ennis to land clean combinations. Despite this, Ennis maintained a dominant lead in punches landed, accuracy, and body shots throughout the bout, outstripping Chukhadzhian by a wide margin. Acknowledging Chukhadzhian's strategy of movement and evasion, Ennis credited him for stepping up to the challenge when many others would not. Chukhadzhian, while acknowledging Ennis' speed and skill, expressed disappointment in his ability to inflict more damage. As the fight progressed into the championship rounds, Ennis continued to press forward, seeking to break down his elusive opponent without success in securing a knockout. Number 3. Jaron Ennis vs Custio Clayton. In Carson, California, Jaron Ennis continued his ascent in boxing with another impressive knockout victory, this time over Custio Clayton. Ennis set up the knockout by using his jab to control the distance and then capitalized when Clayton leaned forward, landing a powerful right to the top and back of Clayton's head. The blow left Clayton visibly shaken, struggling to rise from the canvas before referee Ray Corona called an end to the fight at 2 minutes 49 seconds of the second round. Number 2. Jaron Ennis vs Thomas Delorme. In less than 2 minutes, Ennis dispatched Delorme with a flurry of punches that culminated in a decisive knockout. A left hook followed by an overhand right sent Delorme to the canvas, and a subsequent 3-punch combination sealed the victory as the referee counted him out. Ennis' ability to seamlessly switch stances and deliver powerful punches with impeccable timing has made him a formidable force. Number 1. Jaron Ennis vs Sergey Lipinets. Ennis demonstrated his versatility by seamlessly switching between orthodox and southpaw stances throughout the bout. His power-packed punches landed effectively from both sides, impressively connecting on 53% of his power shots and outstriking Lipinets 91-48. Ennis displayed relentless aggression combined with strategic combinations. In the 4th round, a powerful uppercut floored Lipinets, marking only the 2nd time in his professional career that Lipinets had been knocked down. By the 6th round, Ennis intensified his assault, delivering a series of well-crafted combinations from various angles, with dominant scorecards of 49-45 and 50-44 in his favor. Ennis capped off the fight with a decisive right hook, followed by a left uppercut that prompted the referee to stop the contest at 2 minutes 11 seconds of the round.
As the defense of Jaron.
In the heat of battle, sometimes, guys, they lose their focus.
Now let's take a look at David Avanesyan. Number 5. Terence Crawford vs David Avanesyan. In the opening round, the Russian challenger landed a powerful overhand right that stood out as the most significant punch of the entire bout. Terence Crawford, known for his ability to switch between orthodox and southpaw stances, initially started in an orthodox stance, but quickly switched to southpaw after Avanesyan found success with a similar strategy. Once Crawford adjusted to leading with his right hand from the southpaw stance, he began to find his rhythm in the fight. Throughout the match, Avanesyan managed to close the distance and pressure Crawford effectively, but Crawford countered this by using his jab and footwork to control the distance and create opportunities to land clean punches. By the 5th round, Crawford increased his activity and started landing a series of uppercuts, especially when Avanesyan closed the distance. Towards the end of the 5th round, Crawford unleashed a devastating left uppercut counter followed by a powerful right hook that sealed the deal. Number 4. David Avanesyan vs Oskari Metz. Avanesyan swiftly knocked down the Finnish boxer early in the 1st round, and from there it was clear that Metz faced an uphill battle. Metz attempted to clinch and stall, hoping to regain his bearings, but the powerful blow had already thrown off his balance, leaving him vulnerable and unable to defend himself effectively. Referee Giuseppe Quartarone's decision to begin a standing count midway through Avanesyan's continued assault seemed unusual, given the severity of Metz's condition. However, recognizing the one-sided nature of the contest and the precarious state of Metz, Quartarone wisely chose to stop the fight to prevent further punishment. The match concluded officially at the 2-minute mark of the 1st round, sparing Metz from additional harm and ensuring Avanesyan's decisive victory. Number 3. David Avanesyan vs Liam Taylor. David Avanesyan's immense punching power proved decisive in a rapid and intense couple of rounds at the SSE Arena, Wembley, where he overwhelmed Josh Taylor. The fight saw Taylor forced to take a knee in the first round after absorbing a sharp right hand from Avanesyan during an aggressive exchange of hooks. Despite Taylor's quick recovery and resilient comeback in the second round, he struggled to handle Avanesyan's relentless assault. Avanesyan unleashed a barrage of powerful punches that backed Taylor against the ropes, prompting the referee Mark Lyson to step in and halt the fight. The bout ended conclusively in Avanesyan's favor due to his dominance in the ring and his ability to effectively capitalize on his striking prowess against Taylor. Number 2. David Avanesyan vs. Josh Kelly. In the opening round, Kelly demonstrated his exceptional speed as he carefully pursued Avanesyan and unleashed precise combinations. His lightning-fast left hand in the second round staggered Avanesyan momentarily, but Kelly sustained a cut at the back of his scalp, which began to bleed steadily. Despite the injury, Kelly continued to dart in and out of range, landing sharp counters in the third round. Avanesyan, however, closed the distance and targeted Kelly's body with powerful shots in the fourth. As the fight progressed, Avanesyan's right hands started to trouble Kelly even more, and by the fifth round, blood was visibly covering Kelly's face. In the following round, Kelly succumbed to Avanesyan's relentless pressure and hit the canvas. In the decisive sixth round, Avanesyan landed 2 heavy right hands that sent Kelly to the floor. Avanesyan capitalized on the opportunity, delivering more punishing blows until the referee intervened to stop the fight, with Kelly unable to continue. Avanesyan's effective aggression and ability to capitalize on Kelly's vulnerabilities ultimately secured him the victory, showcasing his power and determination in the ring. Number 1. David Avanesyan vs. Jose Del Rio. Avanesyan wasted no time asserting his dominance. Early in the fight, he landed a powerful body shot that sent Del Rio crumbling to the canvas. Despite attempts to get up, Del Rio couldn't beat the referee's count, and the fight was officially stopped at 2 minutes 6 seconds of the opening round. What do you think about the upcoming fight? Let us know in the comments down below, and make sure to subscribe for the future ones.
Short right hand from Avanesyan, trying to back up. 12-round affair, and Ennis with the left hand drops. Lipin yet, no doubt about it.